Hey, I'm Thresh and I'm a multi-year challenger coach and player, and I'll be taking a look at your VOD today. So first let's talk about pre-game. So you made a couple mistakes there. So number one would be taking Ignite here. Ignite is good in a lot of cases, but Exhaust is unnecessary here. Graves, Vayne, and then Ignite doesn't really do anything because it doesn't counter any of the spells. It doesn't counter her R or her E, her W, nothing. It doesn't counter anything. They have zero healing as well. So Ignite is pretty useless there. And I mean, you kind of do have kill pressure in lane. You definitely do. Don't get me wrong, but you don't need Ignite for that. You need to make sure you don't lose the game because Vayne gets out of control and there's nobody to exhaust her. Same with Graves. It could even be applied to TF or Teemo in some cases, obviously. Now, another mistake you made pre-game is taking double adaptive force. So that's a huge mistake for Thresh. You don't want a single adaptive force actually, because your spells don't really scale that well. You want what you want to get is you want one CDR, one scaling health, and one armor. That should be the setup. Why is that? Is because obviously CDR is insanely huge for Thresh. Like, it's the most important spell. The most important stat, no matter how we look at it, right? Then armor is to help in the laning phase. Then scaling health, because you need it for the late game. It's the best rune out of the three for late game because it scales 15 to 90, right? That's what you should go with. If this would be like something like a brand, instead of opting for scaling health, you could opt for magic resist. But there's that. It's obviously not brand. So now we move on from that, and now you're running, and where do you end up? You end up here. And this is a mistake again. So as you're running up here, you should wait for your team. You should wait here for your team to come with you, and then you should path like this, because there's a high chance that if you're playing in a solo queue game, which you should be, even though you're playing flex, but let's imagine this is solo queue. In a bit higher elo, this is always going to be warded. That's when you'll see every pro path like this when they're doing this wait, and you need your team, because like if you're pathing here alone and you come into somebody, it's a bit awkward. But if you're with your team, then obviously it's different, right? Okay, so we wait for that. We slow this down. Okay, and you come out. Okay, so this is a mistake again. What you need to do, as soon as you come up like this, and then in a choke point where you're not sure if you could hit a hook, you shouldn't even have a hook. You should just flash, quick level E, and just flay them backwards towards your team. You never level skills until you actually need them in the laning phase, right? In this case, E would have been much better than Q, because hitting Q in that choke point is a bit difficult, because Vayne can roll whatever she wants, and she won't expect you to flash E, because that's instant, obviously, right? And then what do you do here? Do you stay? No, you don't. Okay, you ward them. Okay, let's see how you play this out. Okay, so this is another mistake. When you're hitting this with Echo, you need to tank at least 1 or 2 hits. 1 to 2 hits. Why is that? Is because you have health regen. By the time you kill this monster, you tank this 1 to 2 hits as soon as his stun is over, right? And his shield is out. Then you step back and you keep hitting, you're already regenning. And then you account for that time while you kill this, right? And the time you get back to the lane, you end up regenerating the whole HP, and that helps Echo a lot because he has more HP to path with, right? And the Brambleback, is that his name? Is that his name? Red is dead first, basically. Like, yeah. And obviously it earns you cookie points, so you might get more ganks. You should never path like this. Actually, never mind, you had a ward there. I'm wrong then. So what did you... Okay, so this is a mistake. You should always use one of these on one of the melees, because you need to keep stacking your ward item, but at the same time you want to keep one for the second wave. You don't want to keep both for the second wave, because you don't like 100% know how the second wave is going to play out, but you want to use one so that you have 1 out of 3, not 2 out of 3, right? 1 out of 3 instead of 2 out of 3. So you have at least one for the next wave, but you also are stacking your item, right? And this is yeah, positioning mistakes. So positioning mistakes. Let's talk about positioning mistakes. As Vayne is here, you can't be here. In every lane, you should be positioning like this, okay? A, based off your ADC. There should always be a line between you two. You should never be here when he's here, and you should never be here when he's here. You should always be around this area where you are. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want to see, right? See, another thing is positioning based on the support matchup. In every matchup, one support is going to be the engager and one's going to be the disengager, right? In this case, you're the engager, obviously, right? So you need to be on the same side of the lane as Vayne. So when she's here, you need to stay here. When she's, you can see her going there, you need to go there as well, you know what I mean? If she's here, you're here. So there's no minion wave in between you two. But you don't do any of that, you're just standing. You're not backing to where she is. So now you can't engage on her basically. Let me fix that. And then you need to be hitting these. You need to be hitting these a lot. So you help you help your team get level 2 first. You need to keep hitting that. Even if you don't have an item, you need to keep hitting that. There is no excuse not to. Like obviously you leave the last, but you need to be hitting those, right? Alright, so you walked up, didn't achieve much, but it's okay, we took a decent trade, I guess. So now nothing is happening. Oh my god, why is this camera so... See, when the lane state is like this is a bad positioning, but you should never be this far up front. Aphelios can't do anything, and he has bad weapons to even react to the engage, so now nothing's happening. Like, nothing's gonna happen for a while. See, when the lane state is like this, where you know neither of the teams can engage, because Aphelios has bad weapons and they just have a shit matchup, right? You should be looking to get up there and ward, because Scuttle was spawning 15 seconds ago, and I was talking about this like 15 seconds ago, but like, obviously, we were busy talking about the fight and your mispositionings. So when lane state is like this, you need to go and get wards in river. We see where Graves is right now, but like getting Scuttle vision early is really important because that gives you all the information about the enemy jungler, not just you, the whole team. You're helping the whole team, right? And it gives information of like his pathing. It gives your jungler the opportunity to like dictate the game pace and stuff. So you need to be looking in these game states to ward around the Scuttle more, right? Now, what you should be doing right now is trying to push this out and look for a back, so Aphelios can reset because he has terrible weapons. You should be hitting these minions right now. You shouldn't be just standing and doing nothing. Okay, so you engage. Okay, so this is a mistake as well. So the engage was fine, but if we look back at this, okay, let's go in 1 speed. The engage is fine. I would start with E, but this is still fine. This is still perfectly fine. See, this, oh my god, what is the camera doing? It switched at the most important, crucial moment. Okay, so let's go. See, I would use E there and then Q afterwards. So then the CC is longer, but you see, as soon as this happens, as soon as Vayne flashes, go on her. You're never gonna get to her, but you can still do a lot of damage to this person. Always switch targets whoever is closest to you. Like, you're just chasing Vayne and you're missing out on so much DPS. Because you're trying to chase for a kill that you're never gonna get because you used up your cooldowns. Now, when this happens, you need to push really, really hard. You need to push hard because Vayne cannot contest and you can look for a reset. You need to hit the minions, You can't just be standing around. Zoning is good, but like you also need to hit the minions. Don't kill them, but hit them, so it pushes faster. Now, right now, just like a traffic cone walking around. You know what I mean? I mean, traffic cones don't walk around, but you get the point. See, I mean, this is good. This is good help to your jungler. I approve of this. You didn't reset yet. You need to push. You can be. You need to. Yeah, there you go. Hit the minions. There you go. You should have been doing that way sooner, but you finally started doing it. At least that's good. So now we obviously reset. No, why you went? Okay, so that's a mistake. Don't go for the next wave. Even if it doesn't crash, it's okay. Get back on the map faster so you can make it crash with your new items and stuff. Don't fuck up your back timings. because then you lose pressure and ward war. Ward war is basically having the position to ward. Now Lulu's gonna come back and she's gonna have the first position here, she's gonna have the first position here, and stuff, right? While you're waiting all this time in base. So rushing mob is okay-ish, because you're playing into Lulu, so you need to roam. But mobbies are generally not good beats after the nerfs. I mean, I'm about to see the buffs. So you go for a gank mid, perfectly. This is exactly what I would do. This is perfectly fine. Except if you're ganking from base, one thing I would switch up is I wouldn't go here. I would go from top side, because they're not gonna expect you from top side as a support, right? So yeah, so that's the only thing I would change if I'm ganking from base. Now you push this. You shouldn't do this. You should not steal XP from your mid laner. It's crucial that he stays ahead in XP and he keeps building on that lead. You staying here is just stealing his XP. That's all it's doing, and you're wasting your own time while you could be getting all this vision in their jungle, in their river and stuff. Use the fact that their mid is dead to your advantage. Now you go to ward and you play some decent wards. That's fine. I mean, this is a really good ward, but this is a bit meh, because it doesn't really help you, because he can still just go in blast cone, right? Now you're just in the lane. You need to walk up. See, this is what when you're this ahead, where you have the game state under control and you have the better matchup. This is where you need to be right here, slightly in front of your ADC. Well, look where you are compared to your ADC. Why are you this far behind? There is no reason for you to ever be this far behind, right? Okay, so you come up, nice. Just fall back. Okay, so let's learn something. Learn winning our advantages and playing with them, right? So once you done that, what you just did, right, which is win a trade, right, initially you need to, as soon as you win that trade and you have no cooldowns and you know you're not gonna kill her, just go back. Don't keep trading. Don't lose your advantage. Just go back. It's okay to not kill them and just get like a really good trade, right? You should be following your ADC here way sooner. You shouldn't be in lane by yourself. Now you should go. Yeah, that's fine. Now go and get deep vision. Oh, you don't have any wards. That's fine. You should reset them. You shouldn't even bother going bot. You should just reset. You're never gonna kill them then. You shouldn't even be here. You should be resetting. You have 900 gold, which is huge for support. How much time you're wasting? I mean, this works out because they're just overextending, but like you shouldn't be here. You should be resetting. You should have reset ages ago. I'm low-key upset, right? And you're going for a dive against the Twisted Fate. This is, I mean, this was bound to happen. Sorry about that, but like, let's look at this. So you go for a dive here without resetting. You go for a dive with 1.3k on you, 1.6k on the ADC. So let's first look at the gold, how the gold plays itself out. Press this, right? How the gold plays itself out. So you have 3.6k on this guy and he has 1.6k. So he actually has 2k gold on him, and you have 1.3. You have 1.4.5k gold on you. She has 1.7, and this person is dead. So Aphelios is only 300 gold ahead. You're behind. It's all because you didn't cash out, and then you're going for a dive against the Twisted Fate with TP, Timo with TP, Vayne that still has both summoners, and that you should know that she still has both summoners, and Luld is going to be coming back soon, I think. Obviously that's never going to work out, right? Like, yeah, I mean, not the greatest of decisions, but it is what it is. What can you do? Bad stuff happens. I commend you for trying the dive, though. That's good. I would try the dive as well there. Like, even if, just to limit test and to know what I can and can't do, and be better at executing the dives. See, now this is where you leave. Perfect. This is exactly what you need to do. You just leave the lane and you never come back now. You have one mobby boots. You're playing against Lulu. You can't kill them because of Lulu. This is a bad roam, by the way. You should be getting wards. Why is this a bad roam? Because look at the lane state. Like, Yasuo is right here. This guy is right here. You're coming from here. This is never gonna work. The only way it works is if he can dodge your hook, which should never be an issue for him. I guess he can dodge the hook, but That would be result based not. So it should have never. You should have never roamed in that lane state. You should be getting deep vision instead. Now you should just go and get deep vision after you kill their mid. Don't even bother coming back to bot. Just go get deep vision. Yeah, exactly. Deeper. You need to push it deeper. You have mid dead. You can push the vision deeper. You don't need to be him. There is no objective here to be, and you're just stealing XP from your top laner. You could be even resetting right now. Like, this is not the place to be. And now you go. Yeah, this is what I would do as well. I would just go get vision, prepare for dragon. Perfect. Exactly what you need to do. Stop throwing out your hook so early. Try to, like, what you've been doing before. Try to get them closer by Eing and stuff. Now the dragon is dead, and the decision should be to go and secure the vision on top side, because next objective is Herald, I believe. And with that in mind, Aphelios is also top side, which means you need to secure vision for him, right? You don't need to be him. This mid turret doesn't give you anything. This is just overkill. And then now you're backing, and as you're backing, you still have one ward. When you have these wards, you need to use them. You need to use them up before you back, because you're gonna get new ones, right? You also never use your sweeper. That's not a problem. Just something I noticed. Now you should. Yeah, this is exactly where I would be now. Now you go into the river and get vision into the river. You don't need to babysit Aphelios here. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to clear these. The minions are gonna clear them anyways by just stepping into them, right? This is a waste of pink ward. Shrooms are not that dangerous in this point of the game, especially since he's building AD. Yeah, this is fine. Go get vision. You don't need to be him. Get vision. Yeah, there you go. Get deep. No, you need to be getting vision, not this. Like, all of this time should be getting vision. So you see something on the map. Like, right now the map is blind, and your job is to make it not blind. I guess dark would be a better word, right? But yeah, you get the point. You overstayed, and you got out, but he didn't. You were the Herald, so this is a bad word. Why is this a bad word? Is A, because this word is going to spoil it, obviously, like it did, and B, you could ward it here, and you're still going to see the Herald, and you're also going to see a bit of a river, which means it's going to act as a double ward, right? You shouldn't be here. You should be resetting right now. There's nothing you can do here. You don't have any wards. You don't have anything. You should be resetting and getting your wards back. Right now you're just walking around. And you also have 1.1k, which is huge for a support. That's insane amount of gold. You should never be here. You should be resetting 100%. Okay, yeah, you go to Dragon. This is perfectly fine, No, you don't go to Dragon. Okay, you should have went. Okay, I thought you were going to Dragon, but then you made up your mind to go mid. You should never go mid when the Dragon is about to be yellow spawn. When it was white spawn, that's your time to go get wards. You need to get ward positioning against Lulu, right? You need to be first one there. You need to be getting those wards. You need to be securing the vision. You need to be clearing their vision and stuff, preparing the Dragon, right? That's what your job is. Not right now. It should have been way sooner, because right now it's the Dragon spawning. Right now you should be on it with all your force, right? You get the Dragon, and now you should back, and instantly what you should do is head to Baron. No, you don't back. That's bad. We need to reset, get our wards. Remember, we don't have any wards. We're useless on the map right now. We have no wards in our inventory. I'm not counting the pink ward, obviously. I'm talking about normal wards. And Baron is about to spawn. We could be securing Baron vision right now and be looking to make a play for it to end the game. That's why you gotta reset for the wards. Being mid here doesn't give you anything. Like, you could have reset this a million times ago, right? The outcome would be better decisions. See, right now you're just coin flipping the game. That's what I would call it as. Just go fight 5v5, hope we win. That's what you're trying to do. What you should be doing is playing for the objective, which is this big worm You're dead. But the game is over. I know your team ends it. Or they surrender. I think they surrender, right? Yeah, they surrender. Yeah, so this was Friction. This was your review. And if you have any questions about it, you can always message me on Twitter at friction_R2. I'll answer any questions league related, this review related, etc. Don't be shy. Message me.